Wade with it, guarded now by Durant. Wade dishes to Paul. Drills it from outside. Paul's got 15.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest.
And that fourth foul might force him to scale back the aggression defensively a little bit. He does not want to pick up number 5.
And Washington making a change here. Telfair's checked in. Here's George. And he goes in for the dunk.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
They better not. They've got to pad their lead any time an opportunity presents itself. And I'll tell you what, that was a golden one there.
Second team foul.
A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third.
Well, they certainly didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Well, that's important because this game, I think, is going to be decided by who controls the paint in crunch time.
Washington calls timeout. Williams is checked in for Washington. Washington leading now by 5. Out to DeRozan. Cannot hit. Great D that time from Love. Now here's Kobe. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And Kevin Durant with the slam.
And that just shows you why it's so important to win the second shot game.
Yeah, you know, those second shots are usually the easy ones, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because the defense is out of position on the shot attempt and in terms of rebounding lanes.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. Here's George. Gets the bucket and the foul. That's on LeBron James.
I love it when a player like this shakes off a poor first half and comes back strong like he has, showing a lot of confidence in his game.
And Westbrook, here we go. Love with a wide open look. A three-pointer off the mark. And so it's Washington with it. 6-point lead. Williams. Wade has the open look. And another miss by Washington.
Well, it happens. He's wide open, but just couldn't get it to go.
And it's Bryant in the corner. Moves back up. Griffin's shot is off.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
And even 3-on-3 break. And the dunk by Kobe.
That lead pass allowed him to get straight to the hoop without losing any momentum.
Here's George. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dwayne Wade. And that's 13 points here for George. George has gotten most of his shots to fall. 6 makes in 9 tries. A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. Griffin. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. That one on George.
Obvious foul.
Yeah, he took a hit right there and earned those free throws.
Washington making some changes. Barnes, he's checked in for George. Miller comes in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Mills in for DeMar DeRozan. Williams passes to Miller. Back to Williams. He dishes it to Mills. Griffin with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. Shoots from the baseline. Griffin can't get it to go in. And here's Kobe. Love kicks to Anthony. Griffin dishes to Love. Back to Griffin. And he converts the layup.
The offensive execution really well done. They got the ball in tight for the high percentage shot.
Williams against Anthony. Miller right side. Back to Griffin. Outside Williams. Feeds it to Griffin. There's the 3. And no good trying to get that one. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
This was such a pretty pass, Kevin. Beautiful assist, and of course it turned into the easy basket, but just a gorgeous play there.
Washington leading now by 3. So on the floor for Washington, we've got Paul. Paul George is out there with Griffin. And it's Mills. And it's Miller in at the 3 spot.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage anyway. It was only with one hand, but he threw it down pretty hard.
Here's George. And James pulls it down. LeBron's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Miller with the block. Paul kicks to George. And stolen by LeBron. Goes up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
With that reverse jam, the fans got a little extra show there.
That one definitely had something, you're right, extra on it.
That was one of those 3 or 4 plays that you see every night in an NBA game that just leaves you in awe.
And George, here we go. And the basket good.
And his stroke has been dead on, inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
Now here's Paul. And he lobs it up towards the rim. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done. Tell you what, they're going to have a hard time climbing back into the game if they're going to continue to play defense like that.
You look at Chris Paul, what a contribution.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Washington making some changes. Wade comes in for Miller, and it's DeRozan in for Patty Mills. Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, guys, I was able to listen in on what Eric Spoelstra was going over with his team in that last huddle. With his team struggling from three-point territory, he told them to start looking for more high-quality shots inside the paint. We're forcing too many threes, he said. Stop with the bombs and work it inside.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
Yeah, I like that. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in, but I say put as much as you can on the finish and get your teammates going.
Paul passes to Wade. Teardrop shot, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Howard setting the pick for Durant. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
I mean, that's just too weak on the coverage. Heading down the stretch, that sort of defensive lapse can cost you the game.
Count the bucket. 10 points for Dwayne Wade.
Wow, what a clever pass that time by Chris Paul.
And here is Paul. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will be foul number 5 on him.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
What a time for him to step up. A big 3 right there.
DeRozan on the wing. From the stripe. And Washington again with the bucket. Now here's Paul. Kicks it to Durant to tie it up. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got assist number 8 here in this one already.
He's so clutch, Kevin. When the pressure is at its highest, that's when he's at his very best.
Here's Washington. Paul with the 3. And James pulls it down. James has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Paul dishes to James.
And Washington has its hands full trying to guard against LeBron.
He has 8 points, and also those active hands of his have led to a pair of steals.
Yeah, Clark, he's had a great presence defensively. He's thrown off their rhythm on several occasions.
He hits one, then misses the second attempt from the free throw line.
They'll be disappointed not to have converted all of them, but he did get the big one to give them the lead. Wow, fans just getting their money's worth tonight. Really entertaining ball game.
It has been. The margin separating these teams has been paper thin.
It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Wade. Rips down the breakaway slam.
This is what you love, guys. Superb defense. A great steal, and just like that, they add 2 points to this narrow lead.
And you just cannot afford to give up plays like that at this stage of a tight ball game, guys.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Kobe's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And Bryant kicks to Durant. Lets it go from deep. The shot misses. Now Washington takes it the other way. T-Wade on the wing, defended by Durant, and then Wade slams it in. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge him a little bit at least.
Paul kicks to Bryant. That one wide left.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
They've built this lead through plays exactly like that. He's easily been their most consistent performer.
Well, he's been splashing everything today.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for Washington.
They've knocked down plenty of mid-range jumpers in this one. That's been big for them.
And another thing they're doing is really taking advantage of fast break opportunities, scoring some easy baskets. Nice work there. This is a point in the game where if you've got a chance to close the gap, you've got to do it.
Paul with the ball. Chris Paul covering. And that one's good. George.
You know, usually teams go on runs and it comes from a lot of layups and dunks. But that's not the case here.
No, not at all. They're putting this run together with a lot of mid-range jump shots. So I'm seeing a pretty good display of marksmanship right now. You know, if you were only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would be ahead.
And that one's good. Griffin. Griffin's got the lead. Back up to 8 now for Washington.
Just lights out shooting down the stretch, guys, and it's put them in a great position to win.
You know, it really just doesn't seem possible they could hit this many shots in a row at this time of the game, but wow.
And George, here we go, cashes in for a double-digit lead. And now it's a 10-point Washington lead.
And they're not finished yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, that's how you close out a game, Steve.
He drops the first one, and that brings them within single digits. Blake Griffin, he's checked in for LeBron. Washington making some changes, and it's Washington's ball. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's Telfair, and Washington again with the bucket.
This game's over, guys. I think we can say that with certainty.
Yeah, I agree with you there. We have officially reached garbage time.
And Washington going with a whole new group here. Paul kicks to Howard. Durant for 3. Rebound, Washington. The drive by Paul. That's good. And Washington leads by 12.
That kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Paul kicks to Durant. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Wade outside. Here's Griffin, and it's sent back by Howard. And so
I've been rapping for about 17 years, okay? I don't write my stuff anymore. I just kick it from my head, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. No disrespect, but that's how I am.